Hello folks, and welcome. Today in this video I'm back down at Supercars of Essex driving the Ferrari 458 Italia.
Can you believe this 458 is 6 years old? It's the predecessor to the 488 GTB that we currently have, but you can never tell that through its styling. It is simply timeless. It's also super clever too. Ferrari pretty much changed the rulebook, which blew the likes of Lamborghini Gallardo and Mercedes SLS into the weeds, such as its lightning quick dual clutch gearbox and F1 derived tech. But it's the way that all of it comes together that makes the 458 Italia such a magical car to drive.
So then, the 458 Italia is now the predecessor of the new car that we have now, the Ferrari 488 GTB. It has a 4.5 litre naturally aspirated V8. It makes 562 horsepower and I reckon around near 400 pounds-feet of torque, and it's mated to this beautiful 7-speed dual clutch gearbox. 0 to 60 happens in the mid 3s and it's onto a top speed of 202 miles an hour. And get this, 0 to 124 miles an hour just happens in a little over 10 seconds. What is this car actually like to drive? Well, I've left it in the normal setting, so you've got the Manettino switch down here on this Formula 1 steering wheel. New Ferraris nowadays, you've got all the buttons, the indicators, the paddles, the engine start, windscreen wipers, etc. You haven't got much stalks at all in this car, and you know, I've been driving it for the last few hours, you know, quite a few hours now, and I feel totally intuitive with it. To drive though, it is a magnificent tool. In fact, it's brought a few other different characteristics to this car that I never thought it would be in terms of how it would be able to drive. I mean, this car's got, for example, a 95 litre fuel tank, so you know, you're not stopping every 5 minutes, say, you know, compared to some of its other rivals. The magnetic dampers on this vehicle, you know, you stick it into bumpy road mode. You know, the car does ride a little bit firm, but it's nowhere near jarring apart from the Symphony Ferrari flat plane V8. You know, everything in this car is pretty easy, you know, steering 2 turns lock to lock, and it's quite light too. It's so easy to modulate this car around town and around traffic. Normally, traditionally, in these videos, I tend to turn all the systems off. But for the first time ever, I haven't had to, because this car has a really, really clever traction control system. It's not like any of the others where you normally just, you know, cuts in or sometimes interrupts the car when you're mid-drift, and then I just turn all the bits and pieces off. In race mode, it really comes together and it comes alive. I mean, you know, you can come out of some of the second gear, you know, turns in this car, and you know, this is winter at the end of the day, so roads aren't exactly great, and a car like this, which has a razor sharp throttle response as well as razor sharp power delivery, you just fly out of them with loads of mechanical traction. It's unbelievable, and it works with the E differential, the electronic differential, which sort of shuffles torque from either side, and it uses vibrating too. But like I said, right now I'm doing 30 miles an hour going through this village, and yeah, you know, it is such a relaxing machine. Like I keep saying, it seems to just eat miles wherever you go. So yeah, on the motorway it seems to work perfectly, but what's it like once you give it the full berries? What's it like once you amp all the settings? Well, I've switched the Manettino to race. Actually, I'm gonna, that's off. Yep, that is off now. Stick it into manual mode. Oh, me, this thing's quick for a naturally aspirated engine. Oh, the power delivery is immense. There's just power everywhere, low down, top end. How they've mapped it is beautiful. It screams all the way up to 9,000 RPM. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. This is incredible. And it pops on the upshifts as well. It's just, I like. Oh, it is brilliant. But what's it like once you get it on to a B road? Well, you'd be properly amazed by how playful this car is. The front end on this is unbelievable. You just point, go, that's it. You know, there's no traces of understeer at all. Well, not on the road at least. And it's just super playful. You can come out of first, second, third gear turnings and get on the power really early, and it's so easy to correct the slide because you've got that really quick steering system and that steering rack, so that properly helps. Oh, this car is an absolute magical machine. Properly, oh, it's just, insane, absolutely insane. The way it goes down a road is just phenomenal.
Forgot to mention that this 458 is also equipped with a Quicksilver exhaust, which makes a proper Ferrari sound. Plus it also spits flames too. For the first time ever, this has been the car that has met my expectations. It looks fantastic, goes like hell, and more importantly, goes sideways.